am Couch Coop, and we're going to be looking at the two new patches that came out for Horizon Forbidden West, 1.15 and 1.16. Little bit of a debacle here because 1.15 corrupted some data and a lot of people lost all of their playing time. I didn't, thank God. It hasn't affected me remotely. There's also a huge mention about visual fidelity in performance mode. Now, I did quite a deep dive with this game's visuals and I wasn't too off put with the performance mode's resolution. However, it was noticeably granular in some areas, and I think what's happened with these new updates is that they've just gone super sampling crazy. Like, that performance mode now is barely distinguishable between the 4K and the 30 frames per second mode, so that's a real pat on the back for Guerrilla Games. I wasn't even that annoyed with the performance mode, and now I'm gobsmacked by it. We've also got rumours of a mid-range 40 frames per second mode variable that's going to be introduced to the PlayStation 5, which is going to be amazing. I think this game should have 3 performance modes. Stuff like Ratchet and the new GTA has that middle ground RT mode, you know, where it's pushing the frame rates and injecting some of these cool modern graphical techniques. I've looked at the combat quite extensively as well. If you're talking about fidelity on a performance mode, then you want to be looking at vistas, the skyboxes even, and the plants. We'll get back to them in a second. With all that in mind, I do want to see what's happening when things get incredibly busy. The super sampling might adjust and change. You may see some disruption in a lot of the smoothness that it's been promoting when you're just walking around and nothing's going on. But there's kind of a uniform standard frame rate, obviously with that 60 peg, but the resolution keeps up. It's damn good. This is, and always was, one of the best looking PlayStation games on the market, but with all of this polish that's coming in this year, it's just gone to another level. Taking a fight to the area where there's one of those big walkers is also a good idea, because there's a hell of a lot going on with that piece of massive furniture walking around. Those things don't actually proactively attack you, but their feet will push you out of the way. And I was thinking, we're gonna have to see some performance issues somewhere in this area. Nothing. So wow. Let's talk about that plant thing really quickly. Again, with the hotfix on the crashes and the corruption on the data, they also adjusted something with the way the leaves and ground plants were behaving. I thankfully didn't see any of it, and it's all been sort of swept up before I even clapped eyes on this, because I came into the patch 1.16, I've dodged 1.15, and we had the state of play announcement, and I was like, oh shit, I better just fire up Horizon and check out what the hell is going on. But now all the proverbial dust has settled, it's just back to a normal, gorgeous looking game that's got an even more improved performance mode. I wonder if they'll get over to the fidelity mode and maybe do some adjustments on that, because I'm pretty convinced it goes below 30 sometimes. And of course, this mid-range 40, what are they going to throw into that on a graphics level? Are we going to see some reduction in things like reflections or God rays? It will be amazing to see how that comes to fruition, and of course I'll be one of the first people to get on it and test it. If you haven't got to Horizon Forbidden West yet, it is one of the best looking games available on the PlayStation 5. I was convinced it was going to be a 5 exclusive and sort of use tech that was completely out of reach for the older systems. Unfortunately not. The recent state of play spoke about some pretty cool VR stuff. I'm a bit suspect of it though. It looked quite on rails. If you want to see my top best looking games on the PlayStation 5, annotation will pop up, and of course I have been Couch Coop, and I will see you down there.